Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of December 30th through January 5th, 2024 and 2025. So this is technically the first week of the new year. So happy new year, everyone. Let's see what wants to come out, and hopefully it's a good first week for you. So first card out, you have the Eight of Cups upright. It definitely feels like things are changing and evolving. You're listening to your intuition when it tells you to make certain transitions in your life, in your career, personal life, relationships, etc. I don't know why I'm seeing like journaling for some of you, or really reflecting on what you need to let go of versus what you need to bring more of in your life. So it definitely feels like you're connecting with your own inner intuition and spirit guides, things like that. It could be more of a spiritual week for you, unexpectedly, just reflecting on those things. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is why you're going towards spirituality, doing things like journaling, connecting with your guides, meditating, because it feels like you're restricted. And particularly, it just feels like you have a lot on your plate, like a lot you have to do with your time, a lot you have to do with your budget, just a lot going on in general, a lot of changes going on in general as well. And you may be acknowledging like, I need to make some more space in my home, in my schedule, in my budget. Like you're living very, very little room for error. This has been coming through in the collective this week, ironically. Like this came through for other signs as well. You've created a lifestyle, a schedule, a routine for yourself where there's very little room for error. It's like you have a lot to do and not a lot of time to like waste, or a lot of your paycheck is going towards bills and things like that, and very little room for unexpected expenses. You know what I mean? So you kind of trapped yourself here, and it feels like this week you are really doing some deep reflections, especially in the beginning of the week, like before the new year actually begins. You are sort of like thinking to yourself, maybe some of you are making a vision board, maybe some of you are making like affirmations, getting a nice visual of what you want the year to look like. And when you're connecting with that, you're like, there's just simply not enough room in my life. So you may be reflecting on what needs to be let go of in order to free yourself up a little bit. We have the Five of Wands coming out as well. Okay, so very fiery, strongly opinionated people surround you at this time, and you may feel very comfortable in that space. But one thing that I want to say here, Pisces, is to make more room for yourself and your own opinions. Make more room for what you want to do. I'm seeing you making more room for like specifically hobbies that you want to become better at, skills that you want to become better at. And I don't know why I'm getting so many different visuals. Some of you are making like a little corner in your home where there's music, like you have guitars, or like, I don't know why I'm seeing stringed instruments in particular, any instrument really. And one of your goals is to really just like get better at that. Some of you, I'm also seeing like a little sewing corner, and you want to become better at that. It's very interesting. I'm getting very particular visions, but it's like establishing a space for you, making physical room for the things that you want to do, and creating space in your schedule to go and do that thing. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles coming out as well. And this shows having a very nice balance. And again, it feels like you are really balancing life out beautifully, handling things beautifully with a lot of grace. And also when it comes to talking to people who have very strong opinions, very strong personalities, I think you're excellent at being very diplomatic and handling these social situations with a lot of grace. You're really good at that. So pat yourself on the back for that, Pisces, because I am seeing that there's some wins coming in for you this week due to your ability to deal with these more difficult personalities. It's kind of like you start working or talking to someone who you think is going to be an issue, but based off of how you handle them, they don't turn into an issue, We have the Hierophant coming out up right here as well. Yes, I don't know why I'm seeing learning. Some of you are learning a new skill, studying a new skill, or practicing a skill. And in particular, you are finding yourself a teacher to give you their wisdom, even if it's not like someone you're directly learning off of. You may, for example, like let's just say you're teaching yourself how to play the guitar. You found like an amazing person on YouTube who makes it really, really easy for you to learn from. You know what I mean? It's like finding someone that you can easily learn off of, and you're just going with what they're teaching for now until you get to a level of comfort where you can really start being creative and doing your own thing, you know? But honestly, something they don't tell you is that when you're learning any skill, any art form, you practice by copying other people. And in art, this is so true. Like back in the day, people would simply try to replicate other artists' paintings, which now is considered plagiarism. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily sell these paintings yourself, but that is how you learned. And then that's how you develop the skill. And once you've developed the skill and get a feel for it, then these creative ideas start sort of flowing. Like, oh, what if I change that? What if I change this? What if I made this different? And then it turns into an original piece. But all knowledge, all good ideas start from copying someone else straight up, like from learning from the collective, from people who have already done it. And then once you have the skill down, your crown chakra opens up a bit and you start getting these sort of downloads, these ideas, or even like your sacral chakra, these impulses, like, you know, this feels like it would be right. These impulses that come from a source that doesn't even feel like, well, perhaps it is deep within you, but it's also deep within the universe. It just moves through you like you're some sort of portal. So we're getting real deep here, guys. Final card out is the Ace of Swords, beginning a whole new path, a whole new journey. I don't know why I'm seeing a strong start, a really strong start this week when it comes to some sort of new thing. And it doesn't feel like something that is quote unquote productive, like you need to do it. So for example, some of you may be getting into like, I'm going to learn how to paint this year, and you start doing it this week. I mean, it makes sense. We literally have the new year, and a lot of people have these New Year's resolutions. Like, I'm going to start going to the gym. Let me tell you, the first 3 weeks of a new year, it's so busy at gyms, and then everyone stops going. But I see you actually being successful and doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like by the end of the year, I'm going to be great at the guitar. By the end of the year, I'm going to be a master at making quilts. I don't know. Whatever your thing is, I see you starting it this week, and you found a really good teacher that inspires you, and you're starting off very easy. Like, I'm just going to copy what this person is doing. You know, you're not pressuring yourself to be perfect. And that's the thing. Perfectionism is the murder of creativity. So you're starting very easy on yourself. Like, let me just do what this person's doing and try to make it as similar as possible. And along the journey, you will get, you know, these creative impulses. Well, I can do the same thing, but I can choose a different fabric to use, or I can use different colors, or I can slightly change the notes to turn it into something else. So it's really cool, really interesting. You know, musicians, they learn their craft by covering other people's songs. They don't just immediately hop into learning an instrument by making original songs. They copy other people's songs that have already been made, get a feel for the instrument, and then once they become comfortable in their knowledge, their wisdom, and its muscle memory, then they can really have an easy time making their own music. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. It feels like such a creative week for you. I love this. So like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.